Alright guys, check out my new Sony ZV-E1 right here. Yeah, it's not here. So I want to talk about in this video why I'm probably not going to grab the ZV-E1 and also talk about how hard it is because I want to put it in a B&H cart and, you know, doing all the things. But yeah, I'm not going to probably get it. And here's why. Alright, so I'm one of these geeky nerds that loves camera gear, and I am rocking a Sony a7S III as my main and also a Sony a7R5 because I like to do photography work as well. Yes, I know, I should have a niche and all of the things and probably only do one or the other, but I love both and I'm going to do both. So here's the thing. I love my Sony a7R5. It has all the cool stuff. It has the really cool autofocus and really great stabilization and all the things. That being said, I don't see a reason that they could not add all of the cool new features from the Sony ZV-E1 into the a7R5 or any of the other cameras. Or why Sony couldn't update my a7S III via firmware. Maybe not as cool of the new stuff with the AI chip, I get that. But at the same time, like, what's the deal, Sony? Seriously? Like, just give some freaking updates, man. I spent so much money on this gear. It doesn't make any sense. All right, so in order to keep from rambling here, I'm going to just make the point that I'm probably not going to get the ZV-E1, even though it'd be really beneficial, because I've already spent a ton of money on all the gear I already have, and I don't really feel like I need to get new gear. I don't have to have it. I'm not a YouTuber, as you can see. I have a pretty small channel, and I actually just focus on making work, and I neglect any effort into a channel. But it's just one of those things, like, they really aren't investing in any firmware updates. And honestly, also, I'm just kind of waiting to see, like, is there another camera that's going to come? And, you know, they just want people to buy stuff, apparently. Other camera systems get firmware updates, but not Sony. The biggest thing for me of why the ZV-E1 would be a pretty cool update is that it's so small, and it seems really cool that you could just plop it in your bag. And I am actually filming on the f4 16-35 right now, which is a great travel lens. Yeah, it's f4, but it is a really cool lens. And that would be a huge, fantastic pairing with the ZV-E1, but I'm just really hesitant because, yeah, that's a lot of money, and I'm not going to really use it for professional work. So what am I going to actually do with that, right? I could use it for my family. I could do that kind of stuff, but I could also use my phone. And as you can tell, like, don't have a huge YouTube channel, so why would I actually buy that? Although it's tempting, and I definitely think them putting out new cameras and the lack of firmware updates is just one of those things that keeps Sony in the, oh, we're just going to get people to buy the new camera type vibe, and not actually invest in all of the A1 owners who spent a ton of money and aren't getting any firmware updates. At some point, they're going to have to listen to this and really just be aware that people are starting to get really ticked off. I mean, I've seen posts about people wanting to switch whole systems because they're just tired of Sony pulling this crap over people. It just doesn't make any freaking sense. So, if by whatever means someone for Sony sees this, you guys need to get it in gear. You just got to get it in gear. Get it in gear, because it's going to hurt you in the long run. So, anyway, if you're thinking about getting the ZV-E1 right now, it's already out, came out last week, and it's not sold out yet like the FX6 is all the time, right? So you can tell people probably are not buying it as much as you think they would allow you to believe. What are your thoughts on it? Are you going to get it? Are you not going to get it? What's it going to be?